Hello and welcome to another virtual field trip, and this is our second episode looking at Western Australia. We're currently in the city of Mandurah, which is the Peel Harvey Inlet big body of water behind me, and this estuary is the Mandurah estuary. It's twice the size of Sydney Harbour, and it links up to a number of tributaries that feed into this estuary. The city of Mandurah was a fishing town. It was a small village until the post-war boom, when a number of people realized the fishing and boating potential of Mandurah, and it is now a thriving population of over 80,000 people. And the reason that most people move here is because of this beautiful body of water behind me. Now, because of this estuary, it's a natural estuary, it was separated from the ocean, and about 20 years ago the government decided to open an inlet and a cut that went straight through the sand dunes and now opens to the ocean. So the situation of climate change and the ecological hazard of rising sea level waters is the issue for this estuary, because as that salt water, that brackish water comes and flows into the estuary, it brings with it beautiful sea life, and we have often dolphins in the estuary behind us. Unfortunately none today, but they are often, I'm told. And with that is beautiful sea life, great opportunity for fishing and recreational activities by the locals. But with the rising sea levels, it would mean that all the beautiful homes built along the estuary would be flooded. And certainly over the next 100 years, as temperatures globally are set to rise by 4 degrees, that would be an 8-meter rise in sea level, would be an epidemic for this area. So that is a number one hazard for this area. The second thing is that because of a lot of the agricultural land further up the estuary streams and tributaries, a lot of the fertilizers enter the waterways due to runoff after heavy rains. It is a Mediterranean climate, which means that it gets wet, cold winters, and that's when all the water comes off those lands and it comes into the water. So this water has an issue at the moment, which I can show you just at the bottom here. It's called toxic black algae, and it's basically formed by the fertilizers, and it forms a deoxygenation of the water quality, which means that there is not sufficient oxygen in the water for the fish to breathe. This is an ecological disaster, and it means that these fish are starting to die, and the local City of Mandurah Council are at a wit's end. There has been research, lots of millions of dollars have been poured into how can they manage this better, and it's still an ongoing project of how they can eliminate this deoxygenation. But it's a problem not only for the fishing, for the dolphins that visit, it's a problem for all of the natural vegetation as well, because as the water floods, all those toxic elements get into the soils and we've got an issue. So let's look and consider how can we as geographers manage this so that we can protect the environment to the best of our ability. Let's take a look.